What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is my dysfunctional review on the Chris Ramsay first playing cards. Oh yeah, let's get into it. So, what do we got? We have the one and only Chris Ramsay first playing cards. So, this project, lots of firsts, not just talking about the name. We'll get into a lot of it throughout the video, but first, quick background as always. So, these cards, first because, well, it's Chris Ramsay's first solo deck out of the gate. Not working with Illusionists, not working with, Murphy's. It's his solo project. Also, these cards were made readily available for purchase or pre-order October 1st of 2017. Okay? So another first. Also, there are two other things within the deck, other than the name first, that we'll get into here shortly, that also have a lot of significance as far as firsts go in the playing card world. Okay? So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, first playing cards. The tuck case is amazing, amazing, amazing. You see here, you got this nice, just beautiful embossed first here on the front. The tuck case was designed by Clove Street Press. Now, if you're not familiar with them, they are responsible for a lot of tuck cases in the playing card world. My review on the Drifters, for instance, is another one I believe they did. Great work. They always do. They kill it every time. So, you have this cigar bandish looking design that goes all the way around in the nice gold foil, backed by this huge amount of white in the back that also wraps all the way around. The only other writing is here on the bottom, and that says First Playing Card Company by Chris Ramsay. Now, the only other writing is here on the inner flap of the tuck, which is Chris's logo, the CR with the snake. And then this is the best part. The nice, all the way through, don't want to show you the cards yet, first gold stampings throughout the inside of the tuck. Man, that's a good look. I love it. I love it. Good job, Chris. Good job. So yeah, very minimalistic, but also very just, it looks good. That's all I can say. So yeah, that's it for the tuck case. Let's look at the cards. All right, so with this deck, what are you going to get? You're going to get a couple things, and I'm going to show them to you right now. So, let's go. You're going to get 2 duplicate and original Jokers. These are very good for a lot of different magic tricks, sandwich effects, the whole 9, 2 or 3 card money. The list can go on. So, beautiful design here. You have Chris Ramsay here underneath his big logo here. Has the snake, like I was saying earlier. You have Joker in each corner, and like I said, they're duplicates. Gotta love the duplicates. Also, you are going to get my favorite, the blank facer. Gotta love it. So yeah. And then also, you're going to get a duplicate 4 of spades. I love duplicates. I love them. Great to have for other effects as well. I think every deck should come equipped with a duplicate. It makes life so much easier. You don't have to buy 2 decks to get an extra card. It already has it. End of the story. So yeah. So that's what you're gonna get. Let's look at the rest of this deck. All right. So let's look at the back design real quick, shall we? Now, this deck was designed by not only Chris, but designed by Abraham Garcia Sanchez, who's an amazing graphic designer, by the way. You know, guy does great work. Now, Chris, he don't need no introduction. Congrats to Chris, actually, by the way, for hitting 900,000 subs on YouTube. That's an amazing accomplishment. You know, this deck, alongside, you know, it feeling great, it kind of reminds me of, feel-wise, it reminds me of the Memento Moris. As far as, you know, the thickness of the deck, or thinness, however you want to call it. Not quite like the Knights, but also not like his Carpe Noctums. So, you know, this deck is kind of just in its own category. So it is printed by United States Playing Card Company. It is traditionally cut on their thin crushed stock and has an air cushion emboss. Now, earlier I had said or made mention that there was a lot of firsts. Well, here's one of them. You see the back design here, first off. These little gold stamps that you've seen on the inside of the tuck that carry on here, this is a first. There's been no card that has foil, gold foil, that goes to the edging of the deck. This is a first for a playing card ever. Now, this held up. These are 8 months in the making. So it took a while for these to be printed because they were having issues trying to get this to work the way it needed to. You know, you want your deck to have longevity, and Chris is a perfectionist. He wants it to be right, you know, especially people, they're paying $20 a deck. They'll never be printed again, but stay tuned. I have actually a little bit of news about that. But they're supposedly, we'll say, to never be printed again. And yeah, so that's a little FYI for that one. Now, you have this nice thin to medium-ish poker border, okay, which is great. You have the gold lining that goes around the edge, also with the gray on the inside to match with the design here. It kind of is almost like a casino style back in ways, but not fully because of the, you know, the repeating design. But it is a two-way image, and yeah, it works. It's beautiful. So, good job, Chris, on that. Let's look at the rest of this deck. All right, so this deck is your standard. All pips and indices and court cards are traditional. Okay, these are the standards. So these cards are amazing for Magic, cardistry, poker, you name it. This is the deck, okay? So, let's get into this without further ado, shall we? So the clubs, we begin. This deck feels amazing. I mean, Chris never fails to amaze. You know, the cards feel great. Like I said, they're super thin. On the courts, the only difference, I mean, like I said, they're all traditional except for the colorway. He did choose to go with the theme with the grays and the golds, and I like how he faded out parts of it, mainly the black, it looks like, to make it kind of faded, and it has a great look to it. I love the design choice. Good job. And that carries on throughout the whole, every suit, you know, throughout the deck. So, and also, a little FYI as well, this deck does not come in new deck order. This deck comes in a Mnemonica stack. If you are not familiar with Mnemonica stack, basically you make a cut behind the 9 of diamonds and you pretty much know the order of the deck. But to lay people, like I said, they think it's a shuffle deck. So yeah. If you want to learn more about, you know, Mnemonica stacks and whatnot, a ridiculously good, amazing magician by the name of Juan Tamariz, he has put out lots of material on the stack, and it's good reading and good info. So Yeah. Ace of Hearts, all the hearts themselves. Like I said, this deck is amazing. It is not a marked deck by any means. Before you guys get asking, it is not. Now, the prominent ace, and back to the last first. So, this here is also a first in the playing card world. There has never been a gold foil stamp in the center of the Ace of Spades. Another first right there. You've seen it. This also held up printing as well as the back design. Same thing. They didn't want it, peeling or, anything like that. They wanted it to be right, and they got it right. Finally, was it worth the wait? Of course. This deck is amazing. So, no questions asked. So, there's your prominent ace. Same thing here. Nothing too crazy at all. So, and I love this. I love the way this looks with the gold foiling that goes along the edges. It just makes so much, better for any kind of fans or flourishes or any of that. I mean, these cards just, they really do move like a dream. I mean, come on now. So, if you can get your hands on them, I would definitely do it. I've already seen this deck go on eBay for 60, 70, 80, even more money than it has. Probably still going to rise. Chris made a funny comment not too long ago that it's going to be like the Bitcoin of playing cards, and it kind of is. Everybody wants their hands on it. So, like I said, this deck is great for, anything. Cardistry, Magic especially, because the gaffs. I definitely give this deck a 5 out of 5, hands down, unlike the Memento Moris, which I'll leave my review up here for you guys to check out. That deck had no gaffs at all. It had a weird double backer, and that's it. This was definitely the best route. I'm glad this is what I thought it would be, and it definitely met my expectations and more. So, good job, Chris. Good job, good job, good job. Now, earlier I had said about a little thing about these never to be printed again. Now, these were, after shipping, it was like $21. I want to say the deck was like $15. Which is not a bad price for a name brand deck, okay? But I will leave Chris's channel link down below, as well as a gentleman by the name of Assad on 52 cards. Now, just the other day, Assad uploaded a video from him and Chris Ramsay, who did a collab. They did a nice little cool Q&A. Well, near the end of the video, Chris had made mention that he was, ecstatic about the release of the cards, and he's waiting for everybody to get them so he can get their feedback on how they are for when he makes the second edition. So, I don't know if he meant to say that or what, but it sounds like there's another edition coming. I don't know if they're going to be the same colorway, the same everything, if he's going to change the color or what. I have no idea, but I'm excited. I can't wait to see what he comes up with. As him and Abraham together is just, it's going to be amazing. I already know. So, yeah. So, that's it for me today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this review. Oh, I know I did. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Also, turn on all notifications, or don't. Don't matter to me. Just subscribe. Support the movement. Support the channel. Become part of my dysfunctional family, okay? That's all I'm asking. Also, I need you to hit that like button, punch it, kick it, smack it. I don't care what you do. Just don't break it, though, because I need you to, hit it next video. So make sure you don't break it. Also, if you want to follow me on Meantime over on Instagram, you can over at Dysfunctional Magician. That's right. I do a lot of stuff over there, little magic videos, things like that. A lot of different updates, mail, everything, you name it. I'm over there all the time, every day, multiple times. So, yeah. That's it today, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you later.